we've got a new topic here to talk about, and that's Supergirl. We're hearing from the direct on this one. Supergirl 2026 promo reveals key Brainiac connection before his Man of Tomorrow debut. And I thought this was kind of funny, kind of fun too. The promotional push for Supergirl is in full swing ahead of the film's 2026 theatrical release, and a new tie-in could be teasing a key Brainiac connection well before the villain's Man of Tomorrow debut. James Gunn's DCU has rolled out a steady stream of marketing for Amelia Alcock's solo outing as Kara Zor-El, with trailers and posters dropping in the lead up to the opening weekend, of course. And fans have been combing through all of this stuff, no doubt. But we've got our loudest hint yet, and it comes from none other than an Ulta ad, which is a cosmetics line or company. The newest Supergirl 2026 promo, part of partnership between DC Studios and Ulta Beauty, features Alcock wearing a T-shirt with Candor City printed on the front. And here we have Kara with the Candor City, and it looks like it's encased in glass there. And first off, I just want to break away from this and say, you've talked about female audiences, Rob. And,
I have.
And a lot of times people with
I'm a big fan of female audiences.
I know, but this is going back to even Barbie and now with Supergirl, where a lot of us that are more male skewed can kind of shrug this off, but never underestimate the power of the female audience. Look at Devil Wears Prada 2. That is massive now. I'm just going to look at this real quick. Look at Devil Wears Prada 2, guys. It's still in the dailies here. All these days it's been out, and it hasn't even gone under a day, under 1 million yet. So, and it's pushing over 600 million. It's going to be well above that. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here, though.
Why I love franchises Steve Asbell over at 20th Century Studios.
No doubt.
He just hits.
I think this is great marketing, though, that they're teaming up with someone like Ulta. You and I didn't know about this because we don't shop for makeup. It's amazing that these promos are going on, with Supergirl and Ulta reaching out to female audiences. So guys, there's a lot of talk where this movie's going to bomb, blah, blah, blah. Hey, they're doing the right thing here. But anyway, back on topic, Candor City. Candor is the Kryptonian capital that Brainiac famously shrinks and bottles in DC Comics lore. So seeing the name plastered in an official Supergirl marketing image has fans questioning whether the details are coincidence. I don't think so. Or an early tease for what's coming in Man of Tomorrow, which comes out July of next year, with Lars Eidinger as Brainiac, of course. Here's a close-up on the Candor City. You can see it's encased there. The reference is small, but its timing has fueled speculation that Candor will play into Brainiac's introduction. Because there's been a lot of pushback of okay, well, Supergirl's in this with Superman. What, they're just throwing her in. What's the connection? Well, there's some real connection, narrative threads here. Here it is, an image in the comics, inspiring the live action shirt there. Interestingly, the same Candor name turned up in another DC Studios Superman adjacent marketing in April. Superman Experience Defenders Unite, an attraction at Warner Brothers Studio Tour here in, it says Hollywood, but it's Burbank, opened with an interactive bottle city of Candor display. Come on, that wouldn't just be there randomly. Visitors can fiddle with dials that switch between time and day settings inside the shrunken Kryptonian capital. And then it goes on to say that, where is it? The film's first trailer also gave fans, of course, their first DC look at Argo City, the Kryptonian city where Kara was born and raised. And that was that scene where it gets that protective shell over it that we see there.
Yeah,
hinting the city has a meaningful role in Kara's origin story. Argo is the floating Kryptonian city that survived its home planet's destruction, where Kara grew up and before eventually arriving to Earth.
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Pocket Hose. Guys, I'm excited to tell you about the world's #1 expanding garden hose and their brand new product, the Pocket Hose Ballistic. As you guys can imagine, I'm not exactly gentle with my gear. I drag hoses across concrete over the pool, yank them around corners. I even coil and uncoil them all the time to put them in my camper van when I go out on my movie meetups. And generally speaking, a lot of them don't last. But the Pocket Hose Ballistic has been a totally different story for me. It's incredibly durable, super lightweight, and just makes the whole job easier. One One of my favorite things is how simple it is to use. You turn the water on, it expands. Turn it off, it shrinks right back down to pocket size. And it's reinforced with a liquid crystal polymer, the same kind of material used in bulletproof vests. Plus, it comes with the pocket pivot, which gives you 360-degree rotation at the spigot so it moves with you instead of fighting against you. And now, for a limited time, when you purchase a new Pocket Hose Ballistic, you'll get a free 360-degree rotating pocket pivot and a free thumb drive nozzle. Just text Campea to 64,000. That's CAMPEA to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. Text Campea to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply.
So, Rob, is this just speculation? Do you think this is a real link between in an Ulta ad of Man of Tomorrow's Brainiac?
Well, I absolutely do. I mean, I didn't imagine. I know that I think in some James Gunn interview, he said that there was an important connection between Supergirl. I mean, they are building a universe. And it is the Superman universe. I mean, Brainiac is part of Superman's major rogues gallery. And I think that we are seeing a cosmic storyline with Supergirl. So Supergirl, the based on a great comic series. So I think absolutely there's going to be a connection, because this, other than Clayface, this movie is going to lead right into Man of Tomorrow, as it should. By the way, I also want to give a shout out to Hot Toys, who dropped their photos of Supergirl and Lobo.
Nice.
Those figures are dope. And, you know, I'm a fan. It's so weird. I mean, Millie Alcott, we became fans of hers because of House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I cannot wait. We're just a few weeks away from the season 3. And apparently season 3 opens with that massive, the battle of the, what's it called? I want to say the Gorge. It's not the Gorge, but it's something like that. One of the biggest battles in that story. I can't wait. Yeah. But look, I will say, I wasn't a big fan of the scene that we saw at CinemaCon on the space bus. We talked about it on the show. And, but I really like her as Supergirl. I like her attitude and the way she was in the clip. And I'm really looking forward to the movie. I hope the movie is good. And we'll see.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
But like the Bottled City of Kandor, if they're going to team up, I've never understood. One of the things I've never understood, you know, when I would say that when Captain Marvel came out, a movie that I didn't hate, that I liked, actually, I went and saw it 3 times in the theater, actually 4 times. And, you know, people were saying, well, the only reason it made over $1 billion was because it came between Infinity War and Endgame. And I'm like, yeah, but so did Ant-Man and the Wasp. Never underestimate the female audience. I don't understand.
Exactly.
We as genre fans, we as imagination connoisseurs, the audience is still predominantly male. This is not to take away from female fans, but female fans drive horror. We know that. There's barely any men reading books anymore. That's why romantasy has become one of the biggest cornerstones of genre fiction these days. So never underestimate your female audience. And I think the way to get rich quick is to make the female audience great genre entertainment. And hopefully that's what this is. And the fact that, why wouldn't they team up with a female brand? You know,
it's so intelligent.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the fact that she's wearing that kind of this punk rock Bottled City of Kandor. I mean, I would love it if she in character was wearing a t-shirt, like in the DC universe, she made herself
a
Bottled City of Kandor shirt, which would be pretty funny. I don't know if
it'd be funny, but that'd have to be pretty dark. I don't know if me as a character, you know, if Earth blew up and like Los Angeles was bottled, if I'd be wearing a shirt with Los Angeles bottled. And
well, I would, especially if you could be shrunk down and go visit a bottled city of LA.
That's true. These people aren't necessarily gone, but I don't know if Brainiac's letting people in and out.
I don't either. But it's going to be, I mean, what if that's the end? Like you find out, I am sure Brainiac is going to show up at the end of this movie. Oh, there's got to be. And you know what? I'm sure that because they've been shooting Man of Tomorrow, if they decided, if they came up, because obviously they've switched out composers 3 times on this movie. Movies are very iterative, and these days when you're shooting digitally, they could have come up with a new end credit scene, and James Gunn could have directed that end credit scene.
Exactly.
And it's in the movie.
Right. And I would not be surprised by that. So guys, what do you guys think? Is this just hey, it's just a coincidence? Is it a direct link to Brainiac? Are we going to see Brainiac in Supergirl? Rob and I personally think we are, or at least there's going to be a direct link to his character that leads into Man of Tomorrow. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below, the chat, what have you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.